this is Kaipacha here with the weekly Pele report. This is July 12th of 2017. I've made it out of the Great Pacific Northwest down here to dry, arid Aruba. Yeah, man. I had to dry out a little bit, and it is arid and dry. Look at those cactus right on the beach. Pretty amazing place. Yeah, it's a very interesting time these days that we want to look at the aspects. The moon has just gone into Pisces, and there's really not too much going on until tomorrow. She is going to occult Neptune. That is that the moon is going to be completely 100% blocking. Okay, like talk about a conjunction. It's a super conjunction. They're not just at the same longitude, but they're also at the same altitude. Yeah, so they are right in exact alignment, and that is, coming up to a square with Venus, because Venus will be squaring Neptune next week on Monday, along with Mars squaring Uranus. So that's what I'll be talking about a little bit today. And what is interesting about this week really is that there is not really that many exact aspects, and we can talk about that when maybe you have a chart where there aren't that many exact aspects, and you're kind of like, well, what's connected and what's disconnected around here? Yeah. So anyway, by Friday the moon moves into Aries. So you got Thursday, comes up to Neptune, crosses over Chiron in late Pisces, then she moves on into Aries, and on Saturday she opposes Jupiter, still over there in Libra, okay, and moves on. Sunday she squares Pluto, then squares the Sun, then squares Mars. Boom, boom, boom. That's a big T-square there, yeah? I talked about that. Sun is still opposite Pluto in a way. Yeah, Mars and the Sun traveling together, conjuncting with the north nodes of Pluto and Saturn, both together. We're going to talk about that. There's all kinds of things to talk about when it comes to astrology, man. But yeah, let me find a good spot here. Let's look down there a little bit. There's some people. So I got I put the windscreen on the microphone here. So this is a real good test because it's windy out here, and I don't know how this Pele report is going to work or not. There you can see this Aruba, the island of Aruba. I came down here and saw Curacao and Bonaire yesterday, on Aruba today. I don't know when I'm going to get this Pele report posted because we're at sea all day tomorrow, and the internet on the boat is slow, to say the least. May not even get this thing up until the weekend. All right, here we go. Okay, well, let's see what comes through today, because I really don't have anything to say. Oh God. You go out there snorkeling with the most beautiful fish. I saw this huge turtle yesterday, and the stingray, the angel of the deep, just like flowing through. This beautiful coral. You got Mother Nature. I'm gonna give you a little nature walk here. I mean, look what I found on the beach just down here. I mean, I don't know if you can see it in the camera. This coral is just amazing, right? Look at this one. It's like this beautiful tree, and it's on this white coral. And then it just goes up. I don't know how this one got washed ashore. I mean, it almost looks like wood. It almost looks like wood down here. I mean, the beach is just covered with all of this stuff. It's amazing. I mean, look at this deep sea sponge. This is a sponge, man. Check that out. I mean, there you got another one. You know, these are, it's a great deep sea sponge. They're lining the shore over here. These guys are amazing. Mother Nature is just so phenomenal. We got Black Moon Lilith and Saturn moving through Sagittarius. And just let me say that, yes, there are not that many exact strong aspects happening, okay? We are having Mercury move through Leo, sextiling Jupiter. You know, a sextile is considered a minor aspect. We're coming up to, you know, like I said, next week, Monday, and, you know, Venus squares Neptune, that's major. Mars squares Uranus, that's major. But here we are. You know, like this Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there's really, you know, so it's kind of a break. It's kind of a time off, break time, like check out. And what that can be, though, also, is this sense of disconnect. And that's what led to the mantra, yes, for today, for this week. Okay, is the possibility of not losing that sense of connection. We have a lot of these, you know, like I call the planets our psycho-spiritual functions. Yeah, Mars is just what I want. It's my desire. Venus, what I'm attracted to. Mercury, just the way that I think. These are just functions that we have. And when they're not aspecting each other, when you have a chart with very few aspects, it's like there's not a lot of, you know, neural pathways connecting these different functions. So there can be this sense of disconnect. And that's the way I feel. I feel like disconnecting. And I'm in just the right place for it. Like unplug. And if there are any more aspects, okay, I mean, even last week I talked about unplugging. Yeah? Look at him getting soaked, man. It's great. Talk about unplugging from the system or redoing the system. You unplug from that one and let it go. And then we build a new one over here. And this kind of energy is just happening more and more and more. Just think of it. Venus coming through Gemini. Gemini. Interested in lots of new different things, the multicultural access. She's coming in to oppose Black Moon Lilith next week. And then she's going to be opposing Saturn. And Lilith is coming up to Saturn. And this is just like, you know what? I'm tired of the meaningless lies and bullshit that I'm getting, okay, you know, in the airwaves and over the internet and at work and from the boss and from society and I need something deeper, something more meaningful. I need some freaking truth. And that's also in my partnerships and in my relationships. So, you know, it's like we're building. I'm telling you, August is a huge month. Total solar eclipse. Saturn stations and goes direct. Okay, stuff that's been really cooking, all right, since last October, last November, when Saturn and Jupiter were down at these lesser degrees. And they're going to go forward. August, September, October is going to close, finish, complete. Okay, you know, what's been building and stewing and cooking, that's going to be time to like really see the results. Yeah? So this is kind of like a good time to take a break, a good time to just stay maybe a little bit in a place of reflection, a little bit of a place of inner feeling. Sun, Mars in Cancer is a good time to spend some time in the kitchen cooking. Okay, some time in the bathroom, you know, washing, cleaning up, self-pruning, you know, so that you get into your feelings, get into yourself. And what are you going to find? You know, what you're going to find is what? Well, Venus is going to come around to square Neptune. Yeah, even right now, this moon in Pisces is kind of a foreshadowing. Moon's going to come around to Neptune, yeah? Like I said, tomorrow, come around to Chiron, yeah? On Friday and Saturday, and then burst into Aries. But it's really what? What is Pisces? Meditation, yoga, dreaming, music, dancing, feeling at one with all that is. Pisces is all that is. And this Venus, okay, in Gemini, Gemini is the left brain that wants to sit at the computer and do Instagram and Facebook, and it's like get all this stirred up, go shopping in the city or something, and it's square to this Neptune that's saying, you know what, unplug, take time out, take time to dream, step away. So we might feel a little bit of this angst. And like I spoke of this angst, last week, Sun opposite Pluto. Pluto in Capricorn, get a job and get to work. You've got duties and responsibilities. And Cancer, I want to stay in bed and I want to sleep all day. I don't want to work. I just want to bang on these drums all day. Yeah, that's a little bit more like Cancer. And Leo, Mercury in Leo, north node of the moon in Leo. And this Leo is about play. And through play, we get in touch with our creativity. And we feel more playful, more fun, more open, more generous, more giving. And this is the other aspect of that mantra that I have for today. It's when we go into, and this is the downside perhaps a little bit, if you go too far into Cancer, you go too far into the crab. I was watching these crabs yesterday. There's no way you're ever going to catch a crab by chasing it, okay? I mean, those suckers are fast. And they got their eye on you. Before you even see them, they see you. Yeah? I mean, talk about paranoid, okay? This is a creature that is like super freaking paranoid. I may have one biting me right now. Yeah. And think of this. When you go into yourself, this is the challenge of the ego. I want to talk a little bit about the ego today. We're infinite spiritual beings. Spirit gives ourselves souls that go from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. And the soul gives itself an ego to manage the physical body so that the soul and the spirit can have a third dimensional experience. And that ego lives in separation. I keep this body alive. This is my money, my food, my stuff, my me, my moo. And Pisces, Neptune, is the infinite spirit that doesn't own things, and it doesn't need things, and it's not afraid of losing things, and it's not afraid of, if I give you this, are you going to give me something back? Conditional loving, conditional giving. This is what the ego is all about. And I'm not saying that you have to transcend it or get out of it, I mean, you gotta stay alive. You gotta make some money. You gotta, keep your body healthy. Yeah. Underline from Poseidon. You gotta have that ego, but you don't have to identify with that ego. I can identify with my soul. I can identify with my spirit. And then my ego doesn't run the show. It's only here to manage the show. You want to get in touch with the soul spirit. And the soul spirit tells the ego, tells the manager what to do, instead of the ego telling the soul or spirit what it thinks it needs to do and have and get and win in order to feel safe and secure. We are infinite spiritual beings. We are safe and we are secure. And the body will die and the ego will die, but the soul and spirit lives on. So there's no fear in the soul spirit realm. I don't even need to define that a little bit more, because even the soul does have some fears from past lifetimes, subconscious, unconscious memories, okay? But the spirit is beyond the soul. Okay, and that's where we come into this oneness with all that is. And then we can spoil our partners. We can give them all the sex they want, all the money they want, all the time they want. We are here for our partners, Jupiter and Libra. Or we are here for all of humanity. Yeah, Saturn wants to teach in Sagittarius. Or we are Sun, Mars. We are the mother, nurturing, caring for everybody. Yeah. And we get out of our little box, we get out of our little fears, we get out of our little needs, we come out of our little caves, and we open into Leo, and we expose ourselves, and we play, and we give, and we have fun, and we let it all out. So the mantra, yeah, the more that I'm aware of being one with all that is, the less I fear, the less I need, and the more I'm willing to give. And if everybody kind of got in touch with that spirit soul quality and stopped hoarding, and the greed would go away, and the paranoia would go away, and the fighting would go away, woo! The system would change. Yeah. And of course, it starts with one person at a time, and that one person, yeah, can be me and you, and then it spreads until what? We got a new paradigm. We got the age of Aquarius because everybody's on board. Ow! So Leo is out here to be an example of generosity. It's ruled by the sun. The sun shines down on everyone. It does not discriminate. The sun shines down on everything. Let's get into that Leo sun. It's coming. Yeah, July 23rd, boom. Sun goes into Leo, and Mars is going to go there, joining Mercury in the North Node, and we're going to have an eclipse there, and it's like, oh my God, more fun to come. Ow! So for now, sleep in, take a break, feel your feelings. Feel what's really deep and meaningful and what you really need and what you really don't need. Because come August, September, those wheels are going to be going forward again, baby. Yeah. The more that I'm aware of being one with all that is, the less I fear and the less I need, and the more I'm willing to give. May you give till you can't give anymore, baby. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.